What's going on, guys? Welcome to week 8 and 9. Yeah, we combined 2 weeks again this time around. Next week we're gonna go solely on back to the 1 week. Welcome to the video. We're gonna start off with a weigh-in, and we're up. 162.5 was my last weigh-in, so we're up in weight, but I can see some changes. I'll show you a progress picture. We'll post that up. So you tell me if you see any difference. I think I see a lot of difference, but I may be biased because it's me, you know. So yeah, 162.5. I feel like even though I've gained weight, I've lost body fat and my body composition has changed. So yeah, so just a glimpse on a little up-to-date picture of what the physique looks like. I just finished a leg and shoulder workout, eating my last meal of the day right here. And as I'm eating this huge bowl of oatmeal, we're gonna talk about fitness myths, nutrition myths. Anyways, I'll go top 5 for nutrition and fitness. There you go. Instead of putting them together, we'll just have some fun. Mythbuster Jules here in the place, and we're just gonna talk about busting myths. Oh yeah, one last change that I've made to the nutrition. I've lowered my calories to 2150 per day instead of 2300, just simply because lack of time, and it's been extremely hot out there, so I didn't want to go do some cardio in that extreme heat. I just don't think it's a good idea. So instead I just lowered my calories, so I'm still in a calorie deficit, trying to lose that body fat. All right, so first off, we'll go over the nutrition myths. You've probably heard them all, and I'm just gonna share my opinion on them. So first one, carbs make you fat. Well, I'm kind of already breaking that one because I'm having oatmeal right now as we speak, and it's a pretty big bowl. So carbs do not make you fat. What makes you fat is being in a caloric surplus, whatever that may be for you. Everyone has a different threshold. Everyone has a different maintenance calorie goal. So anything above that will then have you gain some fat. So it is not the carbs necessarily, but all of the yummy stuff usually have a lot of carbs in them, and that's why carbs have a bad rep. Number 2, you should not eat after 7 p.m. Well, I'm kind of busting that one at the same time, all right? So I'm having carbs, a whole lot of them, and it's after 7 p.m. So that's another one of those myths that you hear people say is don't eat anything after a certain time. Basically, all that does is creates that fasting window, because when you sleep, you fast, right? So that's why breakfast is your break fast breakfast. So basically, you're just lengthening that fasting window, which basically cuts down your eating window. So if you have a shorter eating window, you will inevitably eat less food. But it is not the actual food after 7 p.m. that will make you fat or make you gain weight. It is all about the overall caloric intake of your whole day and week that will make that happen. Number 3, you have 30 minutes after your workout to chug that protein shake. That is also wrong. You don't have to eat protein right after your workout. Yes, to certain extent, you do not want to wait too long after your workout to eat, but it doesn't have to be right away. This was just a sales tactic for supplement company for you to buy those protein shakes because you think it's the only thing that's good after a workout. But essentially, all you need is a good quality meal within the next 3 to 4 hours after your workout. Number 4, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate on that one. Irregular sodas versus diet sodas. Which one's best? Yes, the diet soda. No calories. Do not drink your calories. Regular soda, full of sugar, all right? It's not worth the calories. Diet soda, yes, there's aspartame. No, it's not as bad as it's gotten known to be. There's a lot of research out there that if you eat too much of anything, it causes cancer. So don't worry about it. Obviously, do not drink 12 cans per day. But if you're having one a day, every now and then, it's better to go diet or 0 calorie drinks than the regular sodas, because then the calories don't add up. Number 5, salt is bad for you. And again, I'm gonna have to disagree with that one because your body, it needs salt. Unless you're eating at McDonald's 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, then yes, salt is bad for you. But if you're cooking your own meals and you're getting the right nutrition, don't worry about the salt content because it wouldn't add up to an extreme, okay? So the only time I would worry about the salt is if your doctor tells you specifically you need to cut back on salt. Then take that seriously. We don't want to go against what the doctors are saying, but for Mr. or Mrs. Everybody, don't be afraid to salt. Add salt to your meals. Just, your body needs it. So that's the 5 nutrition myths. I'm gonna eat a little bit of this and I'll come back with you for the 5 fitness myths. All right, so we're back for the 5 fitness myths. Number 1, lifting weights will make me look bulky. That's one I take very personally because I've been trying to get bulky for over 10 years now. So no, getting bulky, gaining muscle, looking like those bodybuilders, it's not gonna happen by accident. You need to work extremely, extremely, extremely hard. Eat the right way, supplement the right way to eventually even come close to looking like that. So, lifting weights is for everybody. Lifting weights is good for you. And I have a previous video explaining all the reasons why it is good for you. But don't be afraid to push some weight. That's all I'm gonna say. Number 2, and I hear that a lot. How about we do some core work? I need to lose that belly fat. Doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You cannot target the fat loss with exercises or with anything, for that matter. So fat loss happens in an overall. Usually the stomach is one of the last places you'll lose fat. And that's why you hear that a lot of let's target for that fat loss because I everything else looks good. I'm happy with everything else, but I still got that little something. You need to diet for harder and longer than you thought. That's all that means. Yes, it sucks. But if you're really committed to losing it, that's what you're gonna do. Number 3, you gotta do your cardio on an empty stomach to burn more fat. That's simply false. All right? Like the way you eat doesn't work like that. If you wake up in the morning on an empty stomach and do your cardio, your body's going to utilize the food that you had the day before. It's just that simple. So no, you do not burn more fat doing empty stomach cardio. Cardio is a tool to create that calorie deficit, whether you do it first thing in the morning, midday, last thing at night. It's still gonna burn the amount of calories you're gonna burn. It doesn't make a difference. Number 4, soreness. I was sweaty. I'm out of breath. Those are all good signs of a good workout. Not really. You can have a good workout, efficient training session without being sore, without being overly sweaty, and without being out of breath. It's just, yes, it probably feels good because you're like, yeah, I feel like I worked hard, and that I totally get it. But in terms of the quality of the results, you don't always need that. Because I could have you do burpees for 30 minutes and you'd be sore, out of breath, and super sweaty. Burpees for 30 minutes is not a good workout. Sorry, it's just not. So, finding that balance is the best way. Yes, soreness will happen, but if you stop being sore, it's not a bad sign. And being sweaty, it all depends on people's sweat glands. Some sweat more than others. It doesn't really make a difference. I put someone through exactly the same workout. One will sweat buckets, the other one will not sweat at all. It depends on the individual. And then the being out of breath is just, again, more like cardiovascular training. It just feels good. And again, it doesn't mean that you're working harder or smarter with your training sessions, even though you're out of breath. Last but not least, fitness myth number 5. We should stretch before the workout. No. Never stretch before weight training. I'll tell you why. Stretching, foam rolling, massage guns, reserve that for after the workout if you really want to do it. And I'll explain to you why. It depends on every individual, but essentially all those things, stretches, foam rolling, massage gun, when you do that to a muscle, you're basically taking the muscle's ability to contract away, whether it is for 2 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, a day. Every individual is different and can take on those, loads or different stimulus to the muscles differently. So that's why when you want to weight train, you want your muscles to be able to contract efficiently, because that's the main goal with weight training and strength training. You want your muscles to contract and get stronger. But if you take away that ability to your muscles, then you're just creating weaker muscles before the workout, which is not what we want. So I would suggest just actively warming up. So you want to do either mobility work or some activation exercises. Those are 2 things that you can do instead of the stretching. So that's it. 10 myths, nutrition and fitness. I hope you guys could learn a thing or two. Maybe you already do some of those, maybe you don't. Sorry, the dog is barking. Anyways, so essentially, if you've learned anything from these myths, or if you're doing them, just keep that in mind. Don't worry about it too much. I've given you all the answers here. So just take my word for it or don't take my word for it. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. It's your fitness goal. If you felt better doing certain things, then keep doing them. But just know that it's not an absolute, like you don't have to do it. But if you want to do it, keep doing it. That's totally fine. And there you go. I will see you guys for week number 10. We're going to get back in the gym. I'm going to film a deadlift session for you guys. And we're just going to go over deadlift cues, how you should do it, because deadlifts are a very complicated move. A lot of people are scared to deadlift by themselves or to even start deadlifting because of so many bad myths. So, see you for week number 10. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and see you then.